overall, I mean, we held them to 54 points and they're averaging 70-something. So I thought overall that our defense was pretty good all day long. We ended up getting back in the rebound race. They were up 26 to, I think, 14 at halftime, and we ended up losing 36-35. We had 11 turnovers. They had 8. You know, and 2 of them was where we just didn't take care of the basketball out there on the perimeter a time or two, initiating our offense. We got to do a better job than that. But pretty pleased with our kids. I thought we got some good minutes out of Sifa. I thought that when we put Jada Grantham in, she gave us some good minutes. 2 rebounds there early on, and then a score. So, you know, like I've always said, she ain't gonna do anything to hurt you. She's gonna give you some size inside, and she's gonna rebound the ball, and she finished. So that was good. So pretty pleased. And you know, this week was a big week for us because really it was last Saturday we were playing Western, I believe. Am I correct on that? And then we go right in and play Liberty, and then we come right in and play Florida International. So, you know, it's been tough 3 games in a row. I don't know if anybody in our league has to play those 3 people right in a row like we did.
Question?
Savannah was, I think, as good as maybe anybody seen her tonight. You know, not only scoring, but getting her teammates involved, 31 points, 11 assists. What do you think she did exceptionally well? You know,
everything. She did everything good. She got a little tired, and I think that was coming back from having to play the whole game the other night and then playing the whole game tonight. But, you know, 11 assists and 31 points. So, you know, she did offensively. She had a great game. But also, defensively, she's guarding one of their better players. And so that was tough. That kid can penetrate inside and finish, and I thought Savannah did a good job on her.
Let's say Clay Henderson, I think, had 26 points the last time you played. She was held to only
4
tonight. What did y'all adjust on her to help?
Well, we walled up inside. She didn't get anything easy. Before she was able to get in there and shoot those jump shots inside the foul line, which she wasn't able to do that.
You guys didn't score for about 5 minutes straight at the start of the second quarter. What do you think was not clicking with the offense there?
I just think it was a little lethargic. We were a little bit, you know, I could tell that 1 or 2 of our players was this morning and yesterday in our practice was kind of going through the motions, and I didn't like that. And I said, we got to amp it up, And, you know, we came in and we didn't do it. But, you know, this is a grind right now. This is a grind. I mean, you know, it's just a big-time grind.
To me, it didn't have a yearly performance like she did tonight. She didn't play there for a little while. What do you think was wrong with her?
Well, she's probably a little tired, and we had her on we put her defensively on their best player. We took Courtney off of her and put her, and then she had a lot more things she had to do during the game instead of just defend and go down, run the floor, and shoot. She had to keep the 23 off the board. She had to keep the ball out of her hands, and I'm telling you, that was tough to do. Jalen could do it better than her because Jalen does it all the time, but Jalen got those 2 fouls. Then we had to switch Tamia to her, and that hurt. She really had to amp her defense up, and I think that might have took away from her offense a little bit.
Y'all actually turned them over 15 times tonight. You got 22 points off of those turnovers. Big, you know, that's the one stat y'all really dominated them in, sort of in the secondaries. What defensively led to y'all getting in the rail with them to turn the ball over a lot?
Well, Sam, we're a pretty good defensive basketball team anyway, and we didn't really change anything except that we felt like coming out of halftime we had to play better defense. And we were giving up. We gave up 2 threes, uncontested threes, early. They had 8 offensive rebounds. How many did they end up with? They ended up with 13 offensive rebounds, so they got 5 the second half. First half, they had 8 offensive rebounds. And we just didn't do a good job keeping them off the boards and denying that 3-point shot out there. Just didn't do a good job. Now, we came back. I don't think we gave up any of those in the second half. How many did they have at halftime? Do you remember? How many threes they had? It looks like to me they had 2, 5.
They made 2 in the second half.
Yeah, they made 2 in the second half. So they had 5 threes in that first half. And one of those threes, 23 made with a hand all in her face. She's a player. She's a player.
Courtney's the second player in program history to have 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. What's it like to see her join that club tonight?
Well, I didn't think about it, but I do think about taking the floor and her not being there. I think more about that than think about the record she's breaking, because I know here at home we've got, 3 more games? And, I'm not looking forward to not seeing her run up the ramp and be on the court. I can tell you that right now. She tightened things down through the second half there. You saw that.
The end of third quarter where Courtney gets that sort of tip.
She got up and got that ball and tipped it over there. That was a big play for us up at that time. Big play. And then Savannah knocking it down. Then Savannah, the easiest shot she had all night was that uncontested 3 right in front of our bench. But, you can't say anything tonight to Savannah. She came to play. She came to play. Hey, thank you guys. Well, I appreciate y'all.
Well, since we're just talking about it,
Yeah.
Walk us through that corner 3 at the end of the third quarter. And Savannah, what were you reading on that play? We'll let Courtney calm down quick.
Yeah.
Well, I knew time was running down, and can't remember who shot it, but I knew it was just getting tipped up around, and old rebounder was shooting right here, got after it, and she was tipping it. So I was just in the corner and just tipped to me. I knew there was time running down, so I knew I had to let it fly, and yeah.
Oh, you want me to talk about it? I will be more than glad to. That I was so excited just because she had already, the momentum. That's just a momentum changer. Especially our coaches talk about 50-50 plays all the time. And that was one of those 50-50 plays. And that's just when you just bury him on that. And it was AM1. And, I thought whenever we play at home, we have such great fans, we want to get them involved. And I thought that was a way to get them involved and keep the foot on the gas the rest of the game.
So you have to get the adrenaline down for the free throw right after that.
I calmed down pretty quickly. Normally I would have been like screaming like this one, but I knew that after I went in, I knew like I had to make this free throw and just move on to the next thing.
Courtney,
You got it.
after a night you players in the program this year with 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds, I know you don't like to get caught in accolades and stuff like that, but just to be mentioned with players like Ebony and to be in that club, what does that mean?
To even have my name beside Ebony Rowe is mind-blowing. That's since I've been here, Coach has been telling me about Ebony Rowe, her work ethic. So, I'm a woman of faith, and I give all the honor to my God. But it's just one of those things that like we talked about last time, I pride myself on being able to get those opportunities for my teammates like that right there. So I thought that was a perfect, cherry on top. That's what I like to do is go get those rebounds and help my teammates out. So
they are able to really grind them defensively, maybe when there wasn't some offensive success, particularly in the second quarter. What were y'all able to contain so well, icing screens, particularly in the first half?
Well, we knew they were going to make an adjustment because we just played them about 2 weeks ago. So we knew, and they had, I think we were our only game for them this week. So we knew that they had a lot of time to prepare for us. So we knew that, like I said, we iced a lot of screens. So kind of just being prepared for re-screening and still staying in stance. And, they definitely punched us in the mouth a little bit in the first quarter. But I thought we responded back and, gave right back to them. But we can't do that. When teams come in here, we can't just let them get momentum so quickly. But, I thought our team did a good job of fighting back and finishing it out strong.
Courtney, in 2 games against the second best team in the conference, you beat them back combined 59. Kind of speak to the ceiling of you guys' team.
yeah, well, like I said last time too, we're playing for something bigger, so that's always in the back of our minds. And I think one of the things that we've tried to work on, and our coaches, especially Coach Matt, has done a really good job of reminding us, we're not going to beat people by 30 or 20 in the first minute. And so tonight, I think that's kind of why for a moment we got a little sporadic, because we were like, dang, they're in Liberty too. They came out and they've been prepared for us. It's their biggest game. Right, it's our next game, but it's their biggest game. So those moments where we have to prepare ourselves, if we're going to get punched in the mouth, we got to be able to sustain to where we look up in the fourth quarter and we're up 20 or we're up, 25. You know what I'm saying? So just having that stamina to keep going.
So, the coach was talking about how this 3-game stretch y'all just finished, where you played the other 3 teams right next to y'all in the conference standings. He doesn't know if any other team's going to face that difficult a stretch in conference play. What does it feel like to get through it and to get through it with so much success that y'all have had so far?
We just got to continue moving forward. It doesn't matter what the record is. Like Courtney just said, we're playing for something bigger. And, we just got to continue pushing. And was this the second? How many?
Yeah,
now we're moving into the third part of our conference.
Yeah,
So,
fourth game season.
Yeah, 4th game season. So, we just got to continue to grow as a unit, continue to get better, and we're going to be on the road this next come series, so we just got to become well prepared, and yeah.
Shannon, you guys talked about responding to getting kind of punched in the mouth a little bit. You guys didn't score for 5 straight minutes in the second quarter. How'd you guys kind of come back down and get the offense going?
Savannah Whitler.
I would just say that we all just kind of just take and see what the defense has given us. If we have an open lane or a mismatch, take advantage of it. If someone's got the open shot, they're going to let it fly. If Noss is down there at a good post up, we're going to get the ball inside. So it's just really just seeing what the defense has given you and just ultimately just taking advantage of it.
How much do you work on the mid-range floater? You got to go a couple times.
That's our shot.
I would say
Good
it's
at
a
that.
big part of my game. I've always done the floater.
Marshall, golly, we couldn't guard that thing.
So you did a lot of Marshall, and you do it a little less here after you did for them sometimes.
Yeah, I know at times where, I like to get to the free throw line as well. So, there's at times where I'm just in the moment of, should I take it all the way to the rim? Should I do a floater? But it kind of just goes back to what I just said, just seeing how deep I am and just seeing how my defender is guarding me.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.